Okay, so now let's get YouTube live. Okay, so let's do this. So now let's get YouTube live. Okay, so let's do this. So now let's get YouTube live. Okay, so let's do this. So now let's get YouTube live. Okay, so let's do this. So now let's get YouTube. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be doing Blender. So that's fun. So as you see here, I've got this Roblox dark hair, and I wanna expand on it. But it's fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna just quickly check the chat. Hi! It's so great to see you! Welcome to the stream! Welcome to the stream. So as you see, I'm doing Blender. I'm gonna actually be doing this like YouTube tutorial sort of thing. So that's fun. Okay. So what do you mean? Okay, without further ado, let's start. I'm gonna duplicate this head. Shift G. Nope, hang on. Control G. 1G. I'll just move this. Okay, we now have this head because I'm actually gonna teach you guys how to make your own hairs. So let's do this. Well, it's not that hard to get. Like, you just download it. It's free. That's pretty easy. Okay, so what you do is you have to do Shift A and then get a cube. Okay, I know this looks round, but you just have to trust me, okay? So we then drag this cube and we make it bigger than the head. Then we go to modifiers and you do subdivision surface. Okay, and then change the level from 1 to 2. See, look, it's now round. But we have to press 3, make it larger, do GY, and make sure it's the same size. See, look. Now it looks similar. So now we have to apply the modifier and press tab. When we press tab, it basically gets you to the edit mode. Edit mode just basically means that, you can edit it. So do you know how in this one you can't edit individual faces? Well, now you can. So press this face, this face, this face, this face, this face. Press all the ones you wouldn't actually have when making hair. Okay? This one, this one. This one, this one, this one. Do. Okay, so now you have those. Press X. Look, you can now delete things. Now do faces. Look, it kind of looks like hair. So, now what you're gonna do is change it. Okay guys, do you have any hairstyle suggestions? Cause what I'm gonna do, click on all this, plus slash. Now you're only looking at this one. Now press this again. No, you only want to click the hair. Okay, now we have this. So now I'm gonna press this one. So we can now adjust the individual vertices. See, look. But actually, before I do that, because if I do the mirror modifier, we can do everything much easier. Okay, so let's do this. Sorry, I'm not very funny. Do you guys want to learn how I learn Blender? I'm gonna take that as yes. Wow, thank you for noting that. Okay, so one time I was exploring the human world, and then one time I was exploring the human world. I found this little rat, and I was like, "Hey, little buddy, how you doing?" And it was like, "Squeak, squeak, squeak, squeak," and I was like, "Oh, do you want to teach me something?" And it was like, "Squeak, squeak, squeak." So I took it as yes, and then it told me how to use Blender. I was like, "What's Blender? Is that like the thing humans use to make smoothies?" And they said, "No, that's a blender. This is Blender. It's a program." So it's like, huh? Why would you have a program named after the thing humans use to make smoothies? Yes, I can speak rat. I'm a very talented dolphin princess. So then it explained to me. It explained to me how I was in fact talking about the wrong blender. Then it explained that it helped me make 3D programs, and it was no, rats aren't dolphins, but you know, it's an animal, so it counts. So then it explained to me that it was a 3D program, and I was like, "Oh, what's a 3D thing?" And it's like, "You're a 3D thing." It's like, "Wow, that's so cool." And then yeah, it taught me how to use Blender, which is how I can use Blender. Isn't that just so amazing? I just like, wow, that is just so peak, so cool. It's just so awesome. You know, that's just amazing. You know, that's just how we're going. Please, is my volume not working? Because I feel like it's not, but you know, I think it's fine. So, anyway. So, as you see what I'm doing, I'm just styling the hair. Yeah, I'm a 3D thing. In fact, that's how 3D things work apparently. I didn't know that. Thank you! I think it's pretty cool as well. But you know, as you see here, I'm adjusting the hairstyle of our little character. I think that looks pretty cute. So, okay, thank you for telling me. Okay, so now what you're going to do is click on this. Go to Shade Smooth, and look how smooth and nice it is now. Yeah. So, now that we have it smooth, we can add fun things to our base. So, go Shift A again. We need to make another cube. One thing I learned is that lots of Blender is just like making different cubes and styling them. It's like, wow, I didn't know it used so many cubes. But yeah, it uses a lot of cubes, so we need another cube. And we're gonna mirror this again, but instead, we're gonna do this. Rotate it like that. Move it like that. Rotate it like that. And as you can see here, we're gonna make pigtails. What should the pigtails be made of? So, oh my god, crap. So now, we do this. We do this. Maybe you are made of cubes. Who knows? It's a wild thing to think about. Are people made of cubes, or are cubes made of people? Very scary thoughts. You know? Truly horrifying. So then... wow, great minds think alike, I guess. So I'm gonna now edit the cube like this. So we press on this face. We're gonna extrude it so there's more cube. Then we're gonna do it like that. That looks wrong. Rotate it like that. I can actually do that. As you see, we're just trying to shape it in a way where it looks like pigtails. So to make this have the spikes, we're gonna add a cut here, like that. No, it's wrong. I'm gonna do that instead. Merge the center. Do that. See, we're kind of just shaping it to look like pigtails, if you didn't notice. Do that. Move that as well. Do that one too. See? And if I do that again, we can check how it's going. I'm just gonna click on those again. Okay, there we go. Click on these again. As you can see, the base is not quite right, so I'm gonna expand it out like that. You know, when I was a young little dolphin princess, I thought that pigtails were made of pigs, and I was really confused on why the humans liked them so much. Because I was like, that's a bit weird, why would you like that? Those poor little pigs. But then I realized, it's just a hairstyle. And, you know, that was good for my little dolphin brain. Because I was worried for the little piggies. But you know what, it's fine. No pigs are harmed in the making of pigtails. I'm just making these very spiky pigtails. Yes, I can speak from any animal, you know? If it's an animal, I can speak to it. So yeah, that's one thing to note. So anyways, so now we have these pigtails, we can shade them smooth as well. And if we do this is how our hairstyle is looking so far. What do you think, guys? I think it's pretty cute, but I don't know. It's just, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's what our hairstyle looks like so far. What should I add to it? Because I'm feeling kind of stuck, you know? Like, what do you even add to these things? Should I add... And you know what? I'm gonna add cute bows. So Shift A. You guessed it, another cube. We need to mirror this cube again. So, you know, that's fun. It's more cube rotating. No, that's not right. But yeah, this is just a lot of rotating and adjusting. This time, we have to make these cubes smaller. So, let's do that. I'm hating how that mirror is looking. I might have to redo the mirror modifier. What's wrong with that? I might have to redo this. This is just so much trial and erroring. This time I'm gonna add the mirror first, and then I'm gonna just do it like that. Oh, unhide those. Where did those go? Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go, that's looking much better. Shrink those. Okay, there we go. That's a good base. Now that we have our base, we can do this. And then we're gonna extrude it. Because then we can do this. And then you do that to the other side. And as you see, they're bows. Isn't that cute? Now our little girl has little bows. We can then shade those smooth. And look! Oh crap, I need to do the y-axis. I always forget to do the y-axis. And that's how you model a 3D hairstyle. But modeling is sadly not the only step of the process, because the next thing we have to do is texture them. I don't actually like texturing very much, but you know what? We have to do it. So to do texturing, it's pretty simple. Go to this thing. This is called the shader editor. It makes sure that it shades it correctly. Then we make a new material. My Blender sometimes just does this, so yeah, if it does this, you kind of just have to ignore that it's doing this, because, you know, that's not very good. It's just, you know how it be. Ugh. This is so annoying. I hate this. Why isn't this? Finally, it worked. So now we have our new material. We can press emission. Actually, I don't like how that looks, so instead we're gonna go to the files. Actually, I have some materials from earlier, so I'm gonna use those. I can make the hair. No, I don't like the bows being green. Let's see. There you go. So, to edit this, you go to UV Edit. Go Tab. Mama! Wait. Okay, so UV, do project from view. Then we can change it to this pretty red color. Isn't that so cool? So now we have cute red bows. Next, we're gonna make her hair this like lovely color. So I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna do tab. 1, project from view, all, you project from view, and then we're gonna make it this nice. Oh God, so anyway, so then we need to. This is actually what we're using to texture it. It's not an Italian flag, but it kind of looks like one. So we're just texturing the model's hair. And it's gonna be this nice tan with like these green accents. No. Yeah, I already did the bows. They're like this nice red. So if I tab, that looks nice. And then we just have to do the pigtails with the same thing. Because then we also have to tab all view, project from view. But yeah, then you do that. Because then we have to add our green accents to the pigtails. You just add these. Yeah, it is a bit confusing, but no, it's not an Italian flag. But yeah, we're adding those barely noticeable green. And then, if I get all these, ta-da! We have a completely textured, low poly hairstyle. Isn't that cool? You know, it's very neat, but you know, that's fine. But yeah, that's how you make a low poly hairstyle. But that's not all we're doing in this video, because today I'm actually gonna be making a character. I made this hairstyle earlier, so I'm gonna use it to make a low poly Roblox character. So this one is like a soda float sort of style, you know? So to make the body, we're gonna do Shift A, and of course, you guessed it, we're using a cube. This one, we're gonna squeeze that in a bit. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to edit mode and we're gonna squeeze it in from the waist. So our body looks like that. But now it doesn't look good from the y-axis. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like Gumi. I didn't realize that. That's very cool. But that means we now have our body, and we can actually use this body to make the rest of the limbs. If you do Shift D, it actually duplicates it. Because the arm is a similar shape, we can just rotate this. Oh, no, modifier, mirror. Because then we can mirror modifier that. Make sure they're in the right spot. And then rotate these into arms. But they're way too big right now, so if we G them that way. We're gonna shrink these in a way that, you know, we need to shift it this side. Because we need these to be longer. I want them to go more out. And I'm doing that for the arms. Oh, you know, that's nice. So then what we're doing is we can do the same process for the legs, but instead of copying the torso, Shift D, we're copying the arms, because what we can do now is go tab, all, we can rotate them. No, I need to fix that. Rotate 80, 80, 90, I need to rotate these in a way. Ugh. Rotate 180. There we go, that's better. So now we can just rotate them this way. GM there. Shift X them. Shift X them to be thinner. Put them closer. Move them here. And then we have our floating body. Isn't that pretty neat? Because we can add details. So what details should we add? What are good details for this body? So, you know what? How have you guys been lately? Mental health's really important, so I want to ask how your days have all been being. The one person that's in the chat. How's your day going? You know what? Let's add a skirt. Actually, I have to make sure this works in the Y. Okay, that works with the Y-axis now. Wow, that looks so good. I wish I was more funny. I mean, I never know what to say, it's just so hard. Maybe I should do scripted content, but you know what? That's a me problem. So, we're gonna make another cube. And we're gonna make this one into a skirt. So, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna Control R, because that creates the loop tool. Because then what you can do is go Alt Z. Well, I'm glad I can make you feel better. You know, it's always nice to try and bring positivity into other people's lives, but you know. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the skirt. But I'm glad I can help someone. So, I need to get the. But you know, this is how you make skirts. It's actually really easy. But I need to make it skinnier. On this, I need to make it skinnier because, oh my god, that is one fat skirt. Okay, that should better fit her now. If I go tab, this is what we're looking like so far. Maybe I can add a flower to her skirt. So, we're gonna try and make a flower from, you guessed it, a cube. But I need to shade these all smooth first. Like that. So what we're gonna do is make this flower. First, I'm gonna go tab, then we do Control R, then we do Alt Z, and we take the faces. Because then what you're gonna do is the mirror modifier. But now we're gonna add more loop cuts. These loop cuts basically just help us be able to manipulate the shape better. So, we now have to try and make our flower. So if we go 1, and we go Alt Z, we can try your best to make this flower shape. Tuck in those corners. Release that out. Tuck in those. I need to clip this. Tuck in those corners. Tuck in those corners. One. This is tricky. How do we make this look more like a flower? Because it's just looking like a weird X right now. You know, that's just not very good. I like not weird X's. So I'm gonna search for a flower reference so I can better make this look like a flower. Okay, so flower, flower, flower. Let's see. Flowers usually have more than 4 sides, and they're a lot more petally. I might have to make the petals individually then. I cannot use a cube for this, so we're gonna just delete this. And we're gonna use the plane. We're gonna use cubes individually. So what we're gonna do is gonna shape this cube like a petal, and then we're simply gonna replicate it a whole bunch of times. So first I need to shrink that in. Add a loop cut there. And we have a petal shape. Because what we're gonna do for our petal shape is we're gonna Shift D it, rotate it, Shift D it, rotate it. You know, we're basically going to rotate these petals until they look like a flower. Shift D, rotate it, Shift D, rotate it. Shift D and rotate. Now we have this weird looking flower thing. We need to make this look more like an actual flower now, so merge all these at the center. Well, that just looks worse. So do that one and that one. So I'm just gonna one at a time merge these at last. Ugh, this is so hard. Wait, I can just fill this. Actually, let me just connect these all together real quick. Merge at last. Okay, and then that one and that one. Merge at last. That one and that one. Merge at last. Merge. Nope. One and that one. Merge at last. That one and that one. Merge at last. And that one and that one. Merge at last. Because what we're going to do is we're going to use the fill tool. Because when you click on the edges, oh my god, I did that wrong. Basically what you do is you click on the edges you want to have filled. Because then, oh my god. The main problem with this tool is that it's just really finicky, so if you don't get it right, then it's just like really annoying. But you know what? We're gonna fill this in. Fill. Okay. And as you see, we now have a filled in flower. Crap. I need to move this one. Ugh, this stupid thing. That barely looks like a flower, but whatever. So I'm gonna merge these. And merge these. And then we can do what we did to the first side to the other side. Yes, I'm sorry the stream is really boring. I've just always sucked at being able to talk when in front of people. You know, it's a thing I have to work on. But you know what? I'll just have to try. Okay, we have our flower. So now we can add this thing. And then we can shade it smooth. Ta-da! We have this flower added to our character. But we need to make sure it looks good on the y-axis. So we add this in. Thank you for the encouragement. But look, we now have a flower on our character. What else should I add to her? Let's see. I could try adding, I really need to texture this, but like, the problem is I'm just stuck at what to do. I can reuse textures, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna try and see what textures I can reuse. For the skirt, I can just simply reuse the texture that's green that I made. Like that. Yeah, that looks nice. For the flower, I could make it red, so I need to do this material. Go to UV editing. It's the wrong material. All view. Project from view. And then I can take this abomination and make it red. And then if I go Tam, we now have a cute little red flower. Yeah, let's go. So with this one, I might make the shoes red, so I need to also add this material to it. Go U. I need to click on these. I have to go Tam. All U, project from view, because then what I can do for this one is I can actually rotate it on the Italian flag. And I can make, actually, I like a green sort of fade better, so I'm gonna actually go to the green side of the Italian flag and do that. So it looks like her feet have this cool sort of fade effect. And then I can do the same for the arms. You know, like that. And go all, rotate it, and add the cool fade effect to our soda girl. And then, what should I do the top? I could probably... Okay, so for the top, I'm gonna try and get this sort of effect. I don't know if I can do this properly, but if I go tab, all, if I add a loop cut here, and a loop cut here, it kind of looks like a top, because then I can take these pieces and make a green top, like that. See, now our girl has a green top. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna take that as a yes. But you know what? That's fine. So, oh, sorry. I have this Animal Crossing sound keyboard. Random Animal Crossing noises from time to time. That's just my chat. Okay. I now need to create a face for her. So, if I take this face, not the hair, the face, I can go to texture paint. Texture paint is basically where I can paint in the game. So I'm just gonna do that. I can go to image and I can create a new one. New image. I can paint all this the same tan color as her skin. Look at that. Cause we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna add her face. So I'm gonna have to be really careful because I'm not very good at this. But we're gonna try our best. So I'm gonna make a cute face. I need to make this 50. You know, 50% my best, like how this stream is 50% good. Wow. I'm gonna give her cute little eyelashes, like that. Because we can actually save this image. I'm gonna call this face, image, save as, save image, okay. Okay, we saved our image. So we can go to UV editing. And if we add a new texture, we need to delete this one, add a new texture, go to layout, go emission, and if I just drag the texture into here, we can now use it as a texture. So basically how you do textures is that you bring your image you want as a texture, connect these two color wires together, go to UV edit, project from view, and get the eyes in. It still looks wrong, so I'll go. But there we go, we have a cute face. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, that's our face. If we go to layout again, we should pretty much be done. Oh crap. The body has a bit of red on it, so I have to fix that real quick. I think that's so good now. Actually, I might just do any last touch up. I want that to be the darker green. And we have a cute little Roblox inspired avatar. Let me grab all the parts of it that aren't that hair so I can show it more detailed like. If I tab, look, we have a little Roblox avatar. Like a little Roblox OC. I'm gonna screenshot it so I can use it for drawing later. Yeah, she's more tropical than Goomy. But I do need name suggestions for her. So, like, what should I call her? Name suggestions, I was thinking of naming her something that's, like, tropical-like, but, like, other than that, I have, like, no name ideas whatsoever. So, like, if you have any name suggestions, I'd love to hear them. And it would be really cool and awesome. I'm not naming her Not Goomy. That's not a real name. If I'd named my child Not Goomy, that would be horrible. I'm not naming my new child Not Goomy. But that means I don't have any actual name ideas because she does look a lot like Goomy. But now's the fun part of applying the modifiers. But yeah, all we do is apply the modifiers. And yeah, that's our Roblox avatar finished. Isn't she just so cute? Let's see. Okay, so she looks like the type that would own a little, like, juice bar. Like, you know, like a bar, but, like, it's only juice. Because juice is, like, better than alcohol. And it's not bad for you. Well, not as bad for you. There's still things that are bad for you with juice, but it's not, like, as bad as, like, alcohol, you know? So I would make her have a little juice bar, and it would be super cute and super nice. Wow, she's in the rendering area. I'm so close to naming her something stupid like Tropica, but that's, like, not a real name. Oh my god, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. She sells little juice to all the other carrot people, and it's like all cute. And she's friends with the dolphins and the trees, and she's a little girl, she's a little gal, she's a little thingy. She's such a baby. Oh, I'm gonna move her up just because right now. Yeah, I might just name her Tropica. It's a nice name, but I need to make Tropica one thing. So I'm gonna join her. Huh? Where did her face go? Her face disappeared. When I joined her, her face disappeared. Ugh. I can't join her as one piece, or her face just disappears from existence, and she becomes faceless. And she needs to have a cute little smiling happy face. She can't be faceless. That's just not happening. My poor girl deserves better. What else do you guys want me to make in Blender? I still have some time before I need to end the stream, so I'd love to have suggestions of what to make in Blender next. So I'm gonna make a new file. I need to save her. Okay. But no, I have a new thing now, and we need to figure out what to make with this lovely cube. Also, if anyone's in the chat, feel free to chat. It would be wild if you did that in real life. Like, I just don't have a face, and it just disappears randomly sometimes. You know what? That would be really random, but when you're doing any good Blender, we delete the default cube. No one likes default cube. Apparently I'm streaming in 480. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we did. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm streaming in such low quality this whole time. It's not good. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Time to delete this stupid cube and add another one. Did I do that? I'm so stressed. I can't believe I was just doing. You know what? It's fine. We're gonna make something nice. Why don't we make a dolphin? Yeah, we're gonna make a lovely dolphin in Blender. No borax, no glue. So, we need to make this more dolphin-like. Okay, so... Okay, so... I'm gonna extrude this one. Gonna no, I don't need to rotate yet. I'm gonna G move it like that. Shift it. That can be the tail end of a dolphin. Then I'm gonna extrude this one. Extrude that again. This looks nothing like a dolphin. What the hell? Why are dolphins like this? Turns out modeling a dolphin in Blender is really annoying. I need to make it thicker. But yeah, that's what I've been doing in Blender. If you couldn't tell, I'm making a dolphin. I'm making my loyal subjects in Blender. It's just, oh my god, the view is terrifying. Yeah, I am questioning it. It's making my life harder. I just wanted to. Okay, there we go. Nope, that still looks wrong. These are not good. Maybe I just need more loop cuts. That will help. I'm looking at a reference image that's so embarrassing. But yeah, no. I am questioning it. It's just too much. No, that just looks wrong. It looked better before. Let me fix that. I'm gonna add a tail before I kill someone. But yeah, then I need to extrude. And make it like that. Oh my god, this looks so bad. It's not even what its tail looks like, so I need to add a loop cut, you guessed it, and fix the tail. So far, this is our dolphin. I need to add its fin thing. Yeah, maybe that'll make it look better. So, I need to find the top of the dolphin, extrude it out, scale it down like that. And rotate it there. Wow, that's the fin of the dolphin. And then I need to add its two other fins. Like so. Nope. Oh my god, why do I keep doing that? I'm so used to one being like that, but I'm actually doing the side of the dolphin, so I need to, Ah, crap. I actually have to go to 1 so I can move it down like that. Scale it. And move it. That's the first one. Oh no, that feels wrong though, so it's more like that. And the second one, I have to add another one of those cursed limbs. So do that, do that. Wow, look, a dolphin. So, what if I shade it smooth? Maybe that'll, okay, it nearly looks right, just something seems off, so I need to fix whatever looks off about it. Right now it looks more like a weird fish. Wow, that's what it looks so far. Why is this? Oh my god. Let me just be part of your symphony. Will you hold me tight and not let go? Symphony. Like a love song on the radio. Will you hold me tight and not let go? Dun 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 dun. Da 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 dun. Dun 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 da da dun dun dun. Da 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 da. Hold to your heartbeat and sing all to your heartbeat. And when you're all night feeling complete, the truth. I just wanna be part of your symphony. Will you hold me tight and not let go? Symphony. Like a love song on the radio. Symphony. Will you hold me tight and not let go? Symphony. Like a love song on the radio. Will you hold me tight and not let go? Yeah, sometimes I just randomly sing. I don't know, singing helps me feel less nervous, you know? Streaming is scary. Maybe I should do karaoke streams, actually. That would be fun. But also, look at the dolphin from the front. It's killing me. It looks so stupid. It's staring into your soul. It's gonna actually take your soul. Yeah, dolphins eat souls. I don't eat souls because I'm nice. But this dolphin wants to eat your soul. I really should have used the mirror tool for this. That would have been like 10 times smarter than whatever I'm doing right now. Right now, I'm just trying to fix my stupid, topology mistakes. You know what? I'm gonna mirror tool this. Let's see if I just... If I just do this real quick... Let's see. I really should have done this with the mirror tool to begin with, but if I just delete all the faces... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I fell over. It was really embarrassing. As you see, I'm just trying to mirror butterfly this dolphin. Because I was stupid and didn't do this at the start. Instead, waited until the topology was all complicated. And then. Well, that's fine. This is just a big mess I can clean up and make this dolphin work. Ugh, I'm getting a mat cat for this. This is starting to annoy the hell out of me. Ugh, cleaning this up is just such a big mess. Just the worst. Just. Ugh. The stream has been going so bad. I wish I was more entertaining. But no. Why can't I just tell jokes? No, instead I get too shy on the camera. And instead just awkwardly. Oh. I'm never gonna be able to be a proper VTuber. This is just so bad. It was the worst. I got lost. But it was just so hard. I know, why is streaming so hard and awkward? I know. I know I don't have to stream to be a VTuber. But I don't know. It's not even when I'm not streaming, I have plenty of funny things to say. But I don't know why streaming is so hard. I've nearly fixed the Obama dolphin. Okay. When I stream, I just don't know what to say. That's my main problem. So, I just end up just stuck. Oh, crap. Maybe. That's why I like the idea of streaming, you know, you have a chat, other people to talk to, so it's not as awkward. But most of the time I just have lurkers, which aren't bad. uh, this is such a mess. I can't even tell. My god, finally I can tell what's a hole and what isn't. Like, oh my god. It's been so annoying to do this because I just couldn't see. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not big enough to be able to collab with anyone. But the only way to get big to collab with people is to be able to talk by yourself in streams, which I cannot do, so it's just, you know, that's just what happens. I need to rebuild this dolphin. You know what? I'm restarting this dolphin. But this time, I'm gonna use the mirror modifier. Because otherwise, I'll just end up in the same stupid mistakes. So, first, we're mirror modifying it. Okay. I know. It just. Most people won't want to collab with you unless you're, like, big enough, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not saying all people, but, like, look, cause see the thing. Oh, you're saying you'd want to collab with me. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, huh? But, oh, okay, that makes sense. I get that now. Also, I'm sorry that, like, my, camera's really bad. It's, the, like, stuff I'm using to record this is kind of old. So, I don't really have that good of, like, camera stuff to use, but you know what? Yeah, I do. I'm just playing it up for the camera. You know. But oh well. I'm just trying to do a dolphin. No, I need to do what I did last time. Oh, bless you. But so we need a extrude. Oh my god. First. Okay, so then we Nope, wrong one. Do that. Then I need to extrude again. This time like that. Extrude that. Extrude that again. Do that. Loop tool that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Wow, this is looking much better than my first dolphin already. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm dying. I've been cursed by the dolphin for making it so badly the first time. No. Wow, look at the shape of our first dolphin. We need to just make this boy thicker. And that. Wow, look at that. We have our first dolphin. Don't worry, I won't die. That would be very sad. And I wouldn't be able to do other Blender streams, and that wouldn't be very nice. I enjoy doing these. Okay, so that's our first fin. Wow, we did it. That's the first fin. I just need to fix that real quick. Okay, there we go. There's our first fin for the dolphin. Then I need to add the others the same way I did with the oops. Now let me remove my matte cap. Shade it smooth. Because now I can get a proper look at this thing. You know, I'm glad this dolphin's looking better than my other one. I would have actually killed myself if this one wasn't as good. I would have been really sad. But look, we have a dolphin. And it doesn't look as bad. Wow, isn't that just so amazing and cool? I don't get it. How did I get 0 views on my YouTube one? Like, how did that even happen? I multi-streamed so I would get more viewers. Somehow I got less. But look, we have our new dolphin. See, look how much better it looks. It also has better topology. Because it's all nice and even, and there's some parts I'm probably gonna merge as one. No, that's not how you do it. I'm gonna make this just one face, so I'm gonna fill that in. Now it's just simply one face instead of two, because I like that more. But you know, we have a dolphin. We did it. I didn't put my subjects to shame. Wow. No way I'm texturing this thing. That'll just be hell. That would just like suck entirely. And I really don't want to like texture this dolphin right now. That's just too much. I don't know why I thought that I could just get like 50 bajillion views on this really bad stream. But you know, a girl can dream. I think that's all I have time for now. So, unless anyone else comes, I think I'll probably just end the stream here if that's all good. I mean, I made a dolphin. Is there anything else I can really do in this stream? I think there's only like one person here right now, and that's you. So, see ya, I guess. Bye.